Right, good morning friends. Today we are going to see the map class. In this map class, the topic which we are going to cover is Andaman Nicobar. Andaman Nicobar is a very important map topic for the UPSC preparation and all other competitive examinations. So today we will see what are the basics, what are the fundamental things which you have to know in the Andaman Nicobar Islands and the map oriented things. Right? So this is a map. This is the India, and this is the place where Andaman Nicobar Islands are located. Right? So you have to know some historical aspects of the Andaman Nicobar Islands. See, we know the presence of Andaman Nicobar Islands as early as the occupation during the time of Rajendra Chola, the great Chola emperor. Right? So we have evidence where Rajendra Chola had seized some of the islands of Andaman Nicobar. Then over a period of time, you must know, in the year 1756, the Nicobar Islands were occupied by the Danish. The Danish had occupied these islands. Then over a period of time, it came to the British in 1858. You must know the purpose of the British to seize this island is to deport the soldiers who had taken part in the revolt of 1857. As you all know, the revolt of 1857, many of the people in the northern part of India, they took part against the British, fighting against the British. So the British wanted a suitable place to transport these soldiers or transport these so-called prisoners so that they cannot come out, or they should be isolated and kept there for a long period of time. So they chose Andaman Nicobar. That is the basis in which the cellular prison in Andaman Nicobar was built. Right? So the British, it became a part of the British. The British took it from the Danish colony. Then during the time of the Second World War, this Andaman Nicobar Islands came under the occupation of the Japanese in 1942. Then from Japanese, it was taken by Subhash Chandra Bose, because Subhash Chandra Bose, I hope you all know, the Indian National Army, was leading the Indian National Army fighting against the British government in India. So he joined hands with the Japanese. So Subhash Chandra Bose actually got these islands from the Japanese possession, and he named this island as Shahid Dweep and Swaraj Dweep. Shahid means Matri Island and Swaraj means self-rule island, self. Right? So he named the island as Shahid and the Swaraj. Right? Secondly, let us see about the formation of this Andaman Nicobar. Geographically, how the Andaman Nicobar Islands were formed. See, you all know the Andaman Nicobar, if you see in the map, see Andaman Nicobar is present here. It is located here, Andaman Nicobar Islands. Right? Now, this is a plate margin. You can see that this is a plate margin, right? It is a plate margin, this plate margin, and this plate, which is a Burmese plate, this plate, which is a minor Burma plate, that plate is colliding with this Indian plate. You must know this is the Indian plate, right? So this is a plate margin. The reason why there are so many tectonic activity which is present is due to the aspect of this plate margin. So this Andaman Nicobar is a plate margin, right? So this Indian plate and the Burmese plate, they come together, they interact here, resulting in the formation of the disturbances here, right? So let us see the proper formation of Andaman. So if you see in the map, if there is an Himalayas which are present here, this is the Indian plate. Okay, Indian plate. The Himalayas are making a dash or making a push to the Asian plate, leading to the emergence of the subducted aspect, leading to the emergence of the subducted zone. So the Himalayas are the result of the rise of the so-called subduction area. So the Himalayas are formed because of the pressure of the Indian plate. Now in the eastern part of India, we have eastern Himalayas. The west, we have the western Himalayas. So the Himalayas are arc-shaped mountains. You all know it is an arc-shaped mountain. So it is having a pressure both in the east and both in the west also we have a pressure, the Himalayas. In the Himalayas form in the east what is called as Purvanchal or otherwise the eastern Himalayas. So that Purvanchal extends from the India, that is the northeastern India, to Burma or Myanmar. It extends to that place, and there it is forming what is called as Arakan Yama mountain range. Arakan Yama. So the Andaman Nicobars are the extension of this Arakan Yama mountains. Right? We can see from here. Right? This is the Burma. So we have Andaman Nicobar here. Right? We have Andaman Nicobar, and here we have Arakan-Yama mountain range. So this Andaman Nicobar is nothing but the extension of this Arakan-Yama. Right, before we go further, let's try to see the Andaman Nicobars. Geographically, let us see, map wise we will see. See, Andaman and Nicobar, they are the two groups of islands. Andaman and Nicobar, they are the two groups of islands. Roughly around 530 plus islands are located here, and less than 40 are inhabited from this 500 plus islands. Less than 40 are inhabited. See, we have Andaman group of islands, we have Nicobar group of islands. In the examination, questions have been asked, which is separating the Andaman group of islands with the Nicobar groups of islands. I hope you all know, you can see here, there is something which is called 10th degree channel. I hope you can see something which is called the 10th degree channel. So this is the whole Andaman, right? This is the whole Nicobar. It is separated by something which is called 10th degree channel. That you please remember this. This has been asked in the previous year. So 10th degree channel separates Andaman groups of island versus the Nicobar groups of island. There is yet another question which was asked. What is that passage which is separating the South Andaman versus the Little Andaman? Why South Andaman is important? Because in the South Andaman we have the capital of Andaman which is called Port Blair. Port Blair is located in South Andaman, right? Port Blair is located in South Andaman. So, the South Andaman and Little Andaman are separated by something which is called a Duncan Passage. I will show you that in the next slide maybe. Okay, Duncan Passage. Duncan Passage. So, what are the things we have seen? One, 10th degree channel, Duncan Passage. We also will try to see more in this picture itself. We will try to see more, right? See, there is something which is called the Andaman groups and Nicobar groups are separated from the north by a channel which is called Coco Channel. There is a channel which is called Coco Channel. See, this Coco Channel is separating India versus Myanmar. It is separating India versus Myanmar, and there is an island which is called Cocos Island. For your information, Chinese are present here. This Myanmar is having some agreement with China, and Chinese presence is very much felt in this Cocos Channel. So, in the south, if you see, the India in the Indian territory is separated from Indonesia, right? It is separated from Indonesia by a channel which is called Great Channel. The Great Channel is very important because all the shipping routes from the Middle East to the eastern part of the hemisphere or the eastern part of the world, it has to pass through this Great Channel. So, Andaman Nicobars is strategically very important for India, right? So, you know the Great Channel, we have seen 10th degree, we have seen Duncan Passage, and please note two more things also we will hear. One which is called Narcondam Island, Narcondam, right? Another island which is called a Barren Island. Barren Island. See, these two are volcanic islands. Barren Island is an active volcano. Narcondam Island is also a volcano. See, these two are very important. Narcondam, Barren Island. And one more point, the easternmost part of the easternmost island of India is Narcondam. So, it is the most easternmost part of island territory, right? Secondly, here we have in the Nicobar groups of island, the southernmost is the Great Nicobar, and it is the biggest of the Nicobar groups of islands. And here we have the southernmost tip which is called an Indra Point. So this is some fundamental things which you have to see in the map, right? Let us go to the next page, right? In the Andaman groups of island, we have the highest peak which is called a Saddle Peak. The highest peak is Saddle Peak. The height of the highest peak is just 732 meters. You can imagine just 732 meters is the height of the peak, and this Saddle Peak is located in North Andaman. Please note this, may be asked in the subsequent years or something. So it is located in the northern part of Andaman, right? There is a Duncan Passage which is used, which is separating, as we all know, the South Andaman and the Little Andaman. Duncan Passage is there, that we have already spoken, right? 10th degree channel also we have already spoken, 10th degree channel, right? Next, let us go to the next slide. See, another important aspect of this Andaman is the presence of the tribes. The question have been already asked, how many tribes are present in Andaman and what are the names of these tribes? Or a question is asked whether this tribe is present in Andaman Nicobar also, Andaman and Nicobar groups. So there are 6 tribes which are present here. 1, Great Andamanis, number 2, Ong, number 3, Jarvas, number 4, Sentinelese, and number 5, Nicobaris, number 6, Sompens. So who are these? Great Andamanis, Ongi, Jarva, Sentinelese, Nicobaris and Shompen. Why have I given separately? Sir, these four groups are located in Andaman Islands, and the rest of the two, Nicobaris and Chompan, they are located in the Nicobar groups of islands. So these are the pictures of the tribes, you all know. These tribes, and for information, the most isolated tribes of the world are Sentinelese. Sentinelese are said to be the most isolated tribes of the world. I will show you the place where the Sentinelese are located. Right here we have an island. I don't know whether you could see this or. So this is the place. This is the Sentinelese island. You must know this island. Okay, there is an island which is called Sentinelese. Right. These people who are present here, they have been totally cut off from the outside world for thousands of years. It is said that they are still living in the phase of Paleolithic age. Right. Next. Even today, if you travel to Andaman and Nicobar, you are not given permission to interact with the tribes because their isolation is very much preserved and maintained. Okay, of course, you can go through the car in the tribal territory, but you cannot interact with them. Right? These are the 6 tribes. Please know about that. Next, let us see something about other aspects of important aspects of or interesting aspects of Andaman and Nicobar Island. See, if you make a tourist, if you go as a tourist to the Andaman and Nicobar Island, you are going to land in Port Blair, which is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar. Port Blair, you have an airport which is called V.D. Savarkar Airport. You must know, Vinay Damodar Savarkar. Why this airport is named as V.D. Savarkar is because Vinay Damodar Savarkar was kept in the cellular prison in Andaman for close to 10 years and about 10 years and more. He was imprisoned in Andaman cellular prison. So this airport is named as V.D. Savarkar International Airport, Port Blair. Right? Then other important tourist places, if you go to Andaman as a tourist, is this island which is very important, which is called Chatham Island. This Chatham Island is a small island. The whole island consists of only one sawmill, because you all know this is Andaman Nicobar is characterized by very abundant, luxurious growth of the equatorial forest, and of course we have Myanmar nearby. So when it was under the possession of the Britishers, developed this sawmill. So they have to bring these logs of wood, they have to cut it, and they have to export it. So this whole island was developed as a sawmill. It is considered to be one of the biggest sawmills in Asia. Second, we have something which is called a Ross Island. So this is image of the Ross Island. Today this Ross Island is in ruins. This Ross Island happens to be the administrative capital. Today this Ross Island is in ruins. It is in ruins because when the Japanese invaded Andaman and Nicobar, they bombed these islands and destroyed the whole administrative things. You could have, today if you make a visit to this Ross Island, you could have seen how the British had lived a very luxurious life, okay, in these places. Today the remnants are there. Today most of the islands are deserted, you must know. Most of the place in the island, Ross Island, is deserted. One more thing is there is a national park which is called Mount Harriet. Okay, Mount Harriet is national park. It is located there. That also you can, it may be asked in the examination, where is this Mount Harriet located? It is located in Andaman. Please know these fundamental things. Of course, again, one more interesting thing which I have noted is that in the 20 rupee note, okay, in the 20 rupee Indian note, you have seen this image, right? There is a lighthouse here. Okay, there is a water inlet. This is called North Bay. So this picture is called North Bay. Actually, if you go to this Mount Harriet, on the way, this is the actual bay. Okay, this is actually the painting. There is a lighthouse here. I do not know whether you could see this or, okay, lighthouse existing here. So this is the North Bay, right? Seems to be an interesting thing. So it is put in the 20 rupees note. So these are the things, right? Again, you must know, a recent news which I have added here. Ross Island, Neil Island, Havelock Island. Okay, they are named as Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Island, Shahid Island, and Swaraj Island. When the Prime Minister made a visit to this island, this Andaman Nicobars, he named these islands because he wanted to give Indian names to that. You will be surprised to know if you go to Andaman Nicobars, most of the islands are named after the British officers even today. Havelock Island, Neil Island. Neil is actually the officer who was responsible for control of the revolt of 1857. Neil. Havelock is also the name associated with the suppression of the revolt of 1857. Nicholson, another person was responsible for the suppression of revolt of 1857. So all these islands, Andaman Nicobar, because these Andaman Nicobar islands were founded to put the prisoners of 1857 revolt. So these islands were named after this, right? So that's the reason why now again this conversion Indian names are given to these islands, right? Next, you see, these are the images of the volcanoes. I said, okay, one is a barren volcano, another is an Narcondam. So this image you can see barren volcano, Narcondam. So India is home to an active volcano also. For information, you know this, right? Next, So these are some of the animals which are present, okay, in Andaman. And the most important animal which I would, most important species which I use is a dugong. The most important species is a dugong. So this is a dugong. It is a species of mammal. It is considered to be the state animal of Andaman and Nicobar. Maybe asked in the examination. Please go through that. We have a variety of fauna present in Andaman and Nicobar, and also Andaman and Nicobar is characterized with the presence of variety of forest. Okay, nowhere else in India you can find so many variety of forest. It has got a large variety of forest. Say for example, we have tropical evergreen forest we are having, right? We have bamboo breaks, we have semi-evergreen deciduous forest, we have mangrove forest also. So Andaman is a home to a large variety of forest, and also it is a home to a large variety of animals also. There is a very important species in Andaman which is called the salt water crocodile. This has been asked in the examination. I will show you that in the conclusion of the slide, right? Next, let us see the previous year questions, what they have been asked about the Andaman and Nicobar. The fundamental simple questions have been asked in the UPSC. See, these are the questions which have been asked. In which of the following union territories do the people of Om live? I told about the tribes, right? This is Andaman and Nicobar, so the answer is A only. Simple, right? Next map question which is asked, consider the following statement. Okay, salt water crocodile is found in Andaman and Nicobar. That is a correct statement. Actually, the statement one is correct statement. Okay, shriveled and tapir are found in the Western Ghats. No, they are found in the Himalayas. The second statement is wrong. So this first answer is A. So salt water crocodile we have discussed. That's how the question have been asked, right? Next, if you see, right, one more question which was asked is, which of the following pairs of island is separated from each other by the 10th degree channel? We have shown in the initial of the slides, which is the Andaman and Nicobar islands were separated by the 10th degree channel, and Nicobar and Sumatra islands were separated by the 60 degree channel. You have to know these points, so I have put it also. And Maldives and Lakshadweep, they are separated by the 80 degree channel, and of course Sumatra and Java, they are separated by Sunda state. Sumatra and Java are separated by Sunda state. Please just go through this, make a note of it. Please go through this also. And also there is another question which is called, which of the following is geographically closest? It has been asked very recently, 2017 in the UPSC. 2017 the question was asked, right? Which of the following is very close to Great Nicobar? Many students have made it wrong also. It's very easy. Okay, the answer is Sumatra. We have seen in the previous, we have in the how Great Canal and Sumatra is separated. We have seen in the previous, right? There is a canal which is called Great Canal. I told you about the water route. So the Andaman is separated very close, okay, to Sumatra, which is a part of Indonesia. So the closest country to Andaman happens to be Indonesia. So that's what it is, right? So these are the things which have been asked. So I think in a very short period of time, I have just given an outline about Andaman and Nicobar, right? So please go through that. Right, before I conclude, I am just going to ask a simple question. I want you to just put your comment about the answer about the question in the comment part. Okay, there is one Indian Governor General who was assassinated in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. There is one Indian Governor General who was assassinated in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. If you know the answer, please put it in the comment section. Thank you.